brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. One of the things we've discovered at Ramsey years ago that has set us apart from the professional financial goobers is that we figured out personal finance is 80% behavior. It's only 20% head knowledge. The mathematics of becoming wealthy are really about the 6th grade level. If you can do multiplication, you can understand compound interest. And so it's within your grasp. You don't have to be a PhD in mathematics to do it. But the problem with understanding that personal finance is 80% behavior is then you have to think, okay, what affects behavior? And what you're going to always see woven through this show, and you've seen it in the last few callers here, and even the emailer, is behavior is all about relationships. It's not all about it, but I mean, it's one of the relationships, your marriage relationship, your kids, your grandmother wants to give you a secret gift that your cousins don't know about. I mean, see, none of this has anything to do with math. If you're just doing math, it's like $30,000 free dollars, yes.
Right.
But
check yes.
Check
as
yes.
George Strait would want you to do.
There you go.
Check yes or
and
no.
So,
check yes.
I mean, mutual funds averaging 11.8% rate of return, check yes. Boom. Just like that. You don't have to think about this stuff. It's just a math answer instantly. The problem is that it's not a math answer. You have to anticipate and consider the relational, the spiritual, the emotional, psychological, any components of behavior. If you don't consider those, considering this whole thing is 80% behavior. In other words, the number one thing that screws up people's ability to build wealth is their friends and family.
Or them.
Or your personal behavior.
Yeah, it's you.
It's not your lack of knowledge of some sophisticated financial product. It's not that you don't know the secrets of the rich. It's your freaking dysfunctional family that put the fun in dysfunctional. And
now you're living out of that.
And that screws up your wealth building more than anything else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the perspective you have to have in putting money in its proper place in your life. And when you realize that money is a tool, as I say on my show, to create a life you love, money is the tool for it, right? But it's your life. Your life surrounds it, or it surrounds your life. I'm like, it is the thing that touches every area of your life. And when you just try to do math, you're trying to make it its own thing over here, and it's not. It is built into everything. It's built into soccer registrations. If you have the money to do soccer for your kids for the fall, it has to do with family trips.
That might have just happened.
It has to. It flows through life. It's the thing, the currency we have to live our life. It's not just the numbers. And so when you realize that, you realize, wow, it does touch every area of our life. And the problem with it is it's us. We say that all the time. It's the guy in the mirror you shave with, is what you say.
Yep, that's exactly right. And Larry Burkett used to say that money problems are not the problem. They're the symptom of something else that's going on in your life. And so, including when I went broke, it was not because there was some colossal conspiracy against Dave. It's because Dave signed up for a first-class ticket on the stupid ship and went on the entire cruise. There's no question. I mean, stopped at every port on the stupid ship.
And said, yes,
I will go. That's it. We were there, baby. And so, but it was the behaviors that put me there, that left me open to, and the character flaws, for that matter, not of lack of integrity or
and
something,
I'll
but
say
other
this,
things.
And which Jade Warshaw just wrote a book on this, but your mindset too, right? You believed a certain way of dealing with money. You believe certain principles were going to get you rich. You believe this way. And so also shifting your mindset and learning new ways to handle your money. That head knowledge is important. That 20% of learning what to do with your money is still key. But why you do what you do with money is important too, which is the behavior.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I get so come down so hard on these people that are hope stealers out there running around going, well, you just can't. In America today, there's systemic this and systemic that. Well, there is. There's also systemic success. It's everywhere around you. Look, there's systemic wealth building. It happens everywhere. And it's the people that plug into that system instead of believing your system of socialism, anarchy is going to solve the problem, which is a bunch of crap. It's just you're frustrated and you feel stuck and you lost your hope. But don't spread that stuff and tell, well, you can't, it's impossible for the Gen Z. They're very frustrated because they can't be a millionaire. Yes, they can be a millionaire. They can be a millionaire by the freaking time they're 30 if they get their crap together.
Hey, I just was with a girl. She's 15 years old. 15 years old.
15.
Yep. Opened up a Roth IRA when she was like 10 years old because she started working in her dad's company, and she started doing all this, and she did the calculations. She told me she'll be a millionaire by 30. So I was like, well, there you go. Now, she had parents who were teaching her and helping her and encouraging this, right? So she's in an environment that's beautiful, but I'm like...
And so when she goes into some leftist communist college professor's economics class who says you can't do this stuff, she's going to hold up her little Roth IRA and go, ding, 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 ding.
Or scrolling TikTok. And we played a TikTok video here last week of a guy, and he's like, the middle class, you have to make $120,000 to be middle class.
Oh, what a moron.
And he walked through all the numbers, and some of you are like, but, he had like, well, and you only have $625 left. I don't know. And we were like, oh my gosh, what if you invested that? Right? Like, it's the hopes. It's the attitude. It's the attitude behind it. So I think you're exactly right. When you don't believe you can.
And when you teach other people that they can't, that puts you in the evil bucket. The hope stealers are evil. When you steal people's hope, that's what you're doing. Now, I've been accused of being a dream killer because people call up with bizarre crap and I tell them not to do it. That's not a dream killer. That is a nightmare avoidance instructor.
Yeah.
That's different than killing a dream. I'm killing a nightmare. So, but there's a difference in that. Instead of saying, no matter what you do, you're screwed.
That's right. That's right.
And you're not. You're not. You don't have to drive that car. You don't have to wear that shirt. You don't have to carry that purse. You don't have to wear those shoes. You do not have to do any of that to be a quality human and to build wealth. You can do, as a matter of fact, the less of a bunch of that stuff I just listed you do, the faster you're going to build wealth, because all of those things are consumption. And so, this idea that you can get away from, you can ignore your personal character, you can ignore toxic relationships, toxic work environments, and still get ahead, that you can ignore the fact that your spouse is spending money faster than you can make it. That's a relationship breakdown. You cannot ignore those things. We did not interview a single millionaire that said, I became a millionaire in spite of my spouse.
Yep.
I did talk to one guy. He said, I lost 110 pounds. I divorced her. But
oh my gosh.
Fix that. But oh my gosh. But he did.
She lost
you can't carry them.
pounds.
You can't carry. I know, but you can't carry them into it. You can't carry them into it.
That's right. That's right.
You got everybody's got to be working together.
It's hard.
These are things we know.
And again, that's not a hope stealer comment. That's to me, that's the challenge, that if you find yourself in a situation and you are married and you guys are on completely separate pages, let this be a challenge to say, hey, get on the same page, not just to build wealth, but your quality of your relationships. Because again, money's just a tool. The quality of the relationship will be better. Like, all of this fits together. And so it is. It's so crucial. It's so crucial.
If you don't get the elements of behavior going, there is not a product, there's not a mutual fund, there's not a technique, there's not a TikTok video that's going to help you. If you don't get the elements of behavior, your spiritual walk, your emotional and psychological health, your ability to set boundaries with toxic people in and around you, including your family, your quality of your marriage, the unity, the fact that we're in lockstep and both working towards a high definition vision, dream that we want to live together, you cannot avoid that stuff. As a matter of fact, if you do all of that stuff and do some of the math wrong, you'll still be okay. But you can't do the math all right and do all that wrong and make it. It won't work. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.